Good afternoon, folks. Before reviewing Denza N9, I advise Lixiang fanatics, and we already know that such people have appeared, to take a couple drops of sedative just in case. Well, just in case. Because they plan to sell it for $60,000 to $70,000. Make yourself comfortable, brew a cup of tea. Let's go. Electric sidestep, auto doors, wheels, we have the most serious. 275 by 45, 22 inches. The rear wheels can thrust 10 degrees, and this car, like the Denza N9, can swing the rear when parking and turn around on the spot. Disc brakes, perforated, ventilated all around. 2-liter turbo generator, 207 horsepower, 2 electric motors at the back and another one at the front. The total power of the entire hybrid system is 1,100 horsepower. Acceleration, as they say, is under 4 seconds, but we'll check. There's no exact information yet. 3.9 most likely, I think. On suspension, here is a double air suspension, front double wishbone, rear multi-lever, built-in video recorder. By the way, this new God-Eye autopilot is already here, level B. The minimum you can go down is 11 centimeters. The maximum you can go up is 19. I think they could have made the face a little prettier. I don't like it. Although I don't like Lixiang's face either, and I don't like Neo's face. Nor do I like the faces of a lot of cars. Like the Geländewagen, the Land Cruiser, all sorts of cars, the Porsche 911, it's just a toad. But this, again, is my taste. I'm a bit quirky, so don't pay it any mind. I like it on the side and back, though. It's not a bad design. I like the bevel on the back. It feels kind of sporty, modern. As I mentioned, I also like the design at the back. It seems somewhat massive. What makes Chinese hybrid cars different from any other foreign brand on the planet is that not only are there a lot of horses, there are also big batteries. That's the strength of China. They mine these components, so it's the cheapest for them to create batteries and electric motors. This battery can power your camp when you go out into nature. For example, there are 2 hooks here where you can hang a canvas, a sheet, or anything else. And with tents, somewhere out there on some soft poofs, point a projector over here and watch a movie. With this configuration, there's probably about the same amount of space in the back as in the Lixiang, but they can, as in Huawei's M9, be moved forward. Fold and unfold the backrests, adjust the seats, and lower or raise the suspension. Everything is sealed here. We top up the water here, soundproofing. At the back, there's a 70-liter tank. 47 kilowatt hours. In terms of battery capacity, of course, it falls a little short. Moreover, this spring, perhaps, Lixiang will upgrade its L lineup, and they say it will have some kind of cool battery, but we don't know for sure. The large glove compartment is covered in fabric. I see you can put the microphone on charge. You can lock the glove box with a password. There's a magic button, and this seat transforms to... All right, I see. This is the very same zero gravity. If someone asked me today, what is more important to you as the passenger on the right? This zero gravity or a massage, I would choose gravity. Or a screen, I would choose gravity. I wouldn't need anything else here. If it were between gravity or massage plus a screen, I would still choose gravity. If it were ventilation and heating, massage and a screen, I would still choose gravity. As the passenger on the right, I want to travel like this. The Ottoman Maximum extended now. Long seat cushion. Everything here is also covered in artificial leather. A driver's compartment. Listen, there's more space here than in the Z9. I still have 4 fingers in front of my knee. Here I will lie down, and a person taller than me will also fit here. The first and second row has massage, ventilation, and heating. The third row only has heating. An excellent solution. The door can be opened in 2 ways. If I just want to slightly open it, I still press the button the old-fashioned way and then use my hands. It's very easy, standard, as if it's not an automatic door. If I want the automatic door, I press here, and it opens. I close it either by pressing the brake or here again. The entire back of the seats is made of genuine Nappa leather, including the headrests. Among the competitors, they are the most interesting. Why? Because the front row has active side support. When you lean, the corresponding side inflates. And simply, if desired, you can tighten or loosen it. Lixiang and the M9 really lack this feature. It's all artificial leather, but what quality of artificial leather? More expensive than in Lixiang L9, probably at the level of Huawei M9. In other words, the absolute top of faux leather that can be. More pleasant than regular leather. This is Napa faux leather. This is wood. Let's quickly check for creaks. A bit here. The screen kinda doesn't. What about this wooden part? Well, it was somewhere at the beginning. Listen, not bad, not bad. You can see where there's ambient lighting. Of course, you can choose different colors. What screens are here? Well, probably a bit better than my U8. It's already outdated with its screens. It's almost like the top models here. And our top models are L9, Tesla, Zeekr 7X, if I remember correctly. They brought in the latest top screen there, I think. So you see, they are gradually improving screens in the very latest models. Overall, the screen is almost top-notch. Well, I think it's just a bit short of the L9. The advantage of Denza Multimedia, as well as any BYD and Yang Wang, is that English is in the base and it is open Android. You just install any applications and don't worry about all these things. You don't need to look for any hackers. No one gets into the brain of the car. No one will break anything. I find it very convenient. Well done, BYD. Let's check the map, by the way. Yes, the chip is flying here without any issues. Widgets. There are no climate control buttons, but wherever you place 3 fingers, this famous BYD feature works. Temperature from top to bottom, airflow strength from left to right. It's more convenient than any buttons. What do these buttons control? Auto parking. Here are the driving modes. This is the suspension control, lower raise, sport, comfort. Here is the hybrid electric. These buttons change the modes Eco, Sport, Sport Plus, engine modes, and with this button we immediately turn the fan to maximum. These buttons can also be customized by holding here. Look what we have here. The screen can be split into 2 parts. 2 wireless phone charging spots are covered with Alcantara and offer 50 watts without a fan. 2 cup holders. The steering wheel is regular leather, not Napa. Center leather and stitching. All the buttons are functional and press smoothly. The steering wheel can be adjusted for height and reach using the button on the left. The gear selector is placed here, and the paddle shifters are responsible for the autopilot. This material feels nice to the touch. I'm not even sure what to call it, but it's probably something like fabric. But very soft, pleasant to the touch, not rough like in Lixiang, by the way. Okay, so here we have 2 touch buttons, and we use these buttons to control the sunshades, and we have 2 of them because we have 2 panoramic windows here. 26 speakers, Devialet music. If I'm not mistaken, they're French. The door card from top to bottom, artificial Napa of the highest quality, it's Huawei M9 level, meaning it's more expensive than the Lixiang L9 and BMW X5. Here's the double glazing. Here, if the regular mirrors, it's just plastic decoration like this. If we have cameras, this is where the display will be. And I would definitely get a display for myself. I've driven the Z9 long enough. I had an experience recently. There were cameras and I was already used to them by evening, and it's not a problem at all, as it turns out. It's just a matter of habit. But no one will blind you. I would definitely take cameras for myself. I don't want to be blinded. There's an almighty eye here, but I can fully close it if I wish. There is a projector on the windshield, but we will test it during the test drive. There is a refrigerator in the armrest. It also has a heating function, and if desired, I can open it from this side as well. Second row of seats, sat behind myself, took my fist in front of my knee, and I'm going to the third row. Let's check how much room there is. 1 second, I'll check the table. Yes, I'm comfortable. I'd be going far. And what's in the third row? In the third row, there's only room for teenagers. While people of my height can sit comfortably in the first and second rows, adults won't fit in the back. Only children and teenagers will. We'll come back to the third row later. Let's return to the second row. Here I have a little table and, if needed, a mirror. To powder my nose. To powder my nose. A hook. So, here too. Same table. The screen is cool, but not top-notch like AMOLED in L9. No questions about it, but not the most top-notch. Here is a small screen for controlling the climate, seat, and sunshades. Refrigerator. The backs of the front seats from top to bottom are covered with the same faux leather as on the door panels and dashboards. Kudos for not skimping. It's more pleasant for people in the second row. By the way, I have never seen such quality of materials in any Japanese, including Lexus, Acura, Infiniti, as I see here, as in Huawei M9. Perhaps in the new Toyota, which is like a Rolls-Royce, it just hasn't been brought here yet. Maybe there will be something so good. I've seen it in the Germans, but the Japanese don't have it. The armrests come with cup holders. All right, let's remove it. Look. I can move forward and backward. And these seats can also slide for hugs. I'll show you. And you can do the same with this seat. If you remember, this was in the Linko 09. 2 spots for 50 watts of wireless phone charging. It doesn't work. Wait, what if we try it like this? And this is how it works. Got it. USB port. And here is some kind of charger. But we don't know what it's charging yet. If I find out, I'll make a note. When I moved from the L9 to the U8, I noticed that all the power windows in the U8 operate quieter. The sunshades operates more quietly. The mechanisms operate more quietly. All the electronics that move something, they all operate more quietly. Here, it's just like in the U8. And this adds a touch of, a bit of premium feel to the car. Not only is there glass here, there's also a shade. There's an automatic door here too. The third row also has a panoramic view. Cool. Listen, it's interesting. Interesting. The competitors didn't think of this. They didn't skimp on the materials in the third row at all. Everything is covered with the same materials as everywhere else. Look, there are shades here, but you can close them only with your hands. Well, thanks for that. Air, charging ports, cup holders, everything is soft. I can adjust the backrest and seat if I want. I can raise it if the kids are small so they stick out and can be seen. Well, adults can sit lower. Awesome. And look how great this solution is. I have 2 more suitcases in the back, and 2 passengers fit in the front. And you can sleep here. 187, my feet are fully extended. And if only, well, just a little bit. Somehow not quite completely. Although if there's a pillow, it will probably be fine. Naturally, there will be a mattress here. Specially designed for this entire relief. And that was transformation number 1. There's also a second one, I think you guessed it. It's just like in Lixiang. I'll show you. What we've all seen already. I think the transformation with the third row is more interesting. There is no test drive car in all of China yet. As soon as there is one, we will come and shoot it for sure, and we'll show you. In conclusion, I will say this. Even though I don't like its face, I don't like the stones on the speakers, and I generally don't like it when the screen sticks out on the dashboard. Everything else? For this price? I can't even wrap my head around it. Technically, it has no equals. Among all its competitors, I would choose it without a second thought. This is what the BYD Corporation is doing. That's all for now. Take care of yourselves. See you all again.